Is it rolling? Yes.
So this video has been made possible by Nuvo Jsax and the people thereof, and they have kindly gifted me this Nuvo Jsax, which is, if you look on their website, the all black model. So it's black round, I suppose what you would call, I don't know what you'd call it, the top bit is black, and underneath the keys, for crying out loud. This is the all black model, which is black around the top, and underneath the keys are also black. On my other videos, you'll have seen that I have the grey model. I don't have the grey model. Come on. I have the green model, which is green around the top, and underneath the keys is green as well. So what I've made is a cover video of Isn't She Lovely by Stevie Wonder, and at the back end of this video I'm going to add the back end track so you can play along to it as well. I'll put a timestamp on in case this is the second or third time you're watching this video and you want to jump to the end. Presumably after all that waffle at the start you've turned off anyway, so thanks if you've got this far. As a quick review again, in case this is the first Nuvo Jsax video you're watching, I'm still struggling with the upper register. I cannot get this G to sound consistently. I can get it to sound, but if I want to play a rhythmical line on it, or even just a few notes in succession, it always breaks apart on me. It's mainly because I think the range of the instrument doesn't go as high as the upper register G, and also because I'm used to rolling my finger up on an alto sax or in a tenor sax, a proper sax if you like, in inverted commas. And on this, it doesn't work as well on the J-sax, because if you roll your finger up, you're not uncovering this hole. What you need to do is drop your thumb. And for me, it's a strange process. It might not be for you if this is your first instrument, but for me, obviously being a sax player, it's just unusual to drop my thumb. So I break apart. I've actually already recorded this, and you'll hear that in the little solo section I did, it breaks apart in this second octave, just because I can't get my head around it, to be honest with you. You've seen how difficult it was for me to say green at the top of this, so my thought processes aren't the best. The other thing to add is you will need to get used to tonguing the reed, which basically means that you lightly tap the end of the reed with the part of your tongue that's just behind the tip, on top of your tongue, but just behind the tip of your tongue, and it comes forward and just taps the reed. I think the best way to think of this is it's like a plectrum on a guitar. It starts and stops the note. Does a plectrum stop the note? It just starts the note. Other than that, this is a cover version of Isn't She Lovely? It's relatively straightforward. It uses most of the notes of a G major scale, which are G, A, B, C, dropping the thumb to get D, which is all 6, E, and the F sharp, if you know your G major scale, isn't present. And the low D and low E. They're exactly the same as the upper register, except my thumb is sliding down to get into the second octave. So in this video, the first time through, I play the melody relatively straight, just as is, with no frills and no little flicks and ornamentation. It's just the melody as you would expect it. The second time through, I start to add a few embellishments. The third time through is an attempt at a solo, which kind of falls apart a little bit at the back end, because, as I say, my cognitive skills are... Then the final time through, I'm just playing through the tune, adding frills. It's a little bit of a solo still, a little bit of the tune, and then it just ends. If you are wanting to add your own flip off, if you would like to add your own ornamentation, I'm basically running around the scale that I mentioned, G, A, B. I actually leave out the C quite a lot. G, A, B, D, and E, which is like G major pentatonic. And I just use the notes of that scale to embellish the melody.